Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers versus Dwayne Haskins and the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be...
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Now, this will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
For the field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Complete to Jordan.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 29-yard.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The tackle by Jeff Okuda. A gain of 4. It's now
to throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
On the tackle.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Giants.
To throw, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
To Ian Thomas.
When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
7. Giants 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
And now back out comes the offense. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and it really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 31, Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
3rd and 10.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I just know defensively, when you see 3rd and long,
You just tell each other, guard the sticks. Don't let them get to the first down line. Anything underneath, we'll make the play. But you have to take care of all responsibilities and know that they swing it out to a back. One-on-one tackles in the open field are critical. And if you miss, sometimes you end up on the wrong side of that first down gain.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, he's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
New York.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Montgomery back to the ground, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Derek Brown in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Panthers 7, Giants 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game.
through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
1st and 10 at the 50.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier. He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Haskins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the Giants send out their punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 47.
Bridgewater again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
At their own 11-yard.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. This is Shenault on the receiving end.
Haskins pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Haskins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this is incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers about ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Giants ready to come out now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Brought down back at
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Right there, 54, right there.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get back to you two in just a second. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles doing battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Bridgewater's pass complete.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Connection made with Chenault. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
It's now.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A 35-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
Panthers 7.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
56.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Haskins to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The play fake. Here's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Haskins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
Third down and 10.
To throw on third down. Haskins, he'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rosas' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Panthers 7.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
At the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 30 on 2nd down. Haskins. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins, that one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. This pass complete to Higgins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Here's Higgins out on the right side.
Haskins pass.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
And
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This a 43-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game.
Giants 15, Panthers 7.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 41.
From the 41, Bridgewater gets it to his running back, Cannon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Wide receiver. He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, New York.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And off comes to Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier. He was brought down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Giants.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Dwayne Haskins sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Haskins. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good.
His kick is
and that will bump the lead up to 11.
Score Giants 18, Panthers 7.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And here now the offense heading back out there. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
By Khalil Mack.
And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Man, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you fill out your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this way.
Yeah, that's the difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice.
Giants.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Dwayne Haskins sacked.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins. He's got Higgins over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pick.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
The 31-yard line.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. 4. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Sacked by Dexter.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So we've seen this before. He's made 6 already, and now he'll try to become just one of a handful of men to make 7 in a game. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14.
Panthers 7.
So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him 1 short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in 1 game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know you have someone this reliable to turn to.
Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he's going to be dropped following a pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for DJ.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And it's 3rd.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
At the 20-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 1st down, Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
56,
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6. And
it's a pickup of 6.
well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.